Hey, welcome back. It's another new game. Can you believe it? I was playing. These are all Game Pass games, like the past 2 months that I've been doing. And I was playing this game by myself, and I'm like, well, I'll just try to do it here. It could be a total disaster. If it is, then I'll just fall back on Peggle. But the first 2 hours of this game is just all cutscenes anyway, so I thought that might actually be kind of good, because I'll just ignore it and it'll be kind of in the background. I'll keep the volume low, but I do remember, I don't know, Final Fantasy was always a game where I was like, oh my god, look at those graphics, those freaking graphics, it looks like a movie, those people, they look so real. It doesn't look that great. I remember, Final Fantasy X and 12 always being looking forward to the cutscenes. I just want to get to the cutscenes. The first hour of this game is pretty convoluted, but I've never beaten it. And I was just looking online, and it says that this game is 60 hours long if you don't do any of the side quests, so it's I'm not gonna finish it. There's no way. Here, I do want to finish it by myself because I've never beaten it. But I don't want to do too many memories, but I do remember. I guess I have 3 memories. I'll just stick to one. This is what I used to do. First game, let's talk about memories. I think we got this game for Christmas in 2006. And so that was not a great age for me, I guess. But I always look forward to Christmas breaks. Oh wait, can I put subtitles? I'll do it later. You probably can't even hear them, whatever. There's a war between this guy, and they're Grr. That's all you have to know. This whole beginning part is doesn't make any sense. So don't even worry about it. None of these characters come back at all once you start playing. So when I was 13 or 14, I really looked forward to Christmas because it was okay, you get time off, you get to play video games, you don't have to go to school and be around people. And my brother from California would come home, and I would look forward to that because he would I liked my brother, but then we would always go, let's watch a movie or play a game together, and that was fun. I'm not sure if the ratio is supposed to be like that. Is it supposed to be? I don't know. And then I would always feel awful January 1st, December 31st, because I'd have to go back to school, and my brother would leave. I remember being really sad, crying at the night before, I don't want to go back to school. But this is a game I have a specific memory of my brother, my middle brother, Justin. He was playing this after my oldest brother left. Once my oldest brother left, it was a signal to me okay, the party's over. You gotta go back to school, and you have to wait for the summer before you get another break. But I remember sitting like, and just being very, very, like, moody and watching my brother play this game on the TV downstairs. And I was just like, well, at least I have this day. Like, this is nice. Like, I can watch my brother play this cool Final Fantasy game, and I just don't want to go back to school tomorrow. Yeah, my middle brother really liked Final Fantasy a lot. I remember watching him play this one and 10 and 8 and 9. So that's the only reason why I like it, because I'm like, oh, he liked it, so it's like cool. Yeah, who even knows what's going on? I think everybody just like dies. It's not important. So I thought this might be okay. It could be horrible. Who knows? If it is, I'll go back to Peggle, but I don't know. I guess that's it. I was going to talk about a little bit about work. Ooh, but like the cutscenes. Ooh, I was thinking about playing Final Fantasy 13 too. And 13 too. I don't know. I could play the Final Fantasy games, but I tried to do 10 and it didn't really work that well. For some reason, I thought this would be better, but who knows? He's dead. Well, there you go. Your main character's dead. So work. I wanted to talk about it because today I had to do this new thing for work, like by myself, because mostly before I was just kind of working with somebody else, or I don't know, but I did something kind of like by myself today for the first time, and so here's finally some words. It turns out like it took like 3 hours this morning to do this thing, and I just got an email that's like, oh, this thing happened where you have to do it again. And I was like, I don't care at all. That just seems like the kind of thing where like you hear other people talk about that, like, oh, I had to redo this thing. But like I like working here at my desk in my house so much that like, okay, it's just more work, who cares? I guess part of it is because, well, it wasn't my fault. So if it was my fault, I would feel bad about it. And I don't know. I remember being at my other job and just hating it so much. It's amazing, and I guess I kind of knew this, but I didn't really want to think about it, because if I thought about it before, I would realize how much of a bad situation that I was in like last year at my old job, and I just didn't really want to think about it, and it's probably a good thing. But it obviously working in my, like how comfortable I am in my house versus how uncomfortable I am at work or around other people. It's seems like, oh, no duh, but it's huge. I'm so comfortable. Like today I didn't really get to listen to my book that much because I had to like concentrate, but I still didn't really care. I was just like, oh, I gotta get this thing done. And I'm so comfortable in my house when I'm just by myself. And it's hard to even remember how uncomfortable I was. And so I need to just like every day be grateful. Like, you're so comfortable and it's such a good thing. But when I was at work before, I was like tense the whole time, 8 hours while I was there. And you just get used to that tension when you work at a job for 6 years, like I did. You go to the same place every day for 6 years. You're just like, ugh, but you don't even notice. And I didn't even really recognize it. I guess I did a little bit, but like when I first started working here, because I'm kind of like still waiting for the shoe to drop, I guess, and be like, well, it can't just be like this. This can't be the job. Like, okay, you're in training right now, but once training's over, it's going to be stressful. I haven't gotten to that point yet. It's been 5 months. I just wanted to take a moment and appreciate that. Be like, part of me does think like, oh, well, after the virus is over, you'll have to go back to work. Maybe that's true. And maybe this is just like a much needed break. And then in the summer, springtime, I will have to go back to the building, and that tension will come back. But like, it won't be as bad because I had this nice break, and maybe it'll only be like 2 or 3 days a week. And if it was like 2 days a week, I could still handle that. Like, okay, you go in 2 days, you stay here 3 days. I would like that. Look around, look around. Okay, I gotcha. I do remember liking this game a lot, but for some reason I just never finished it. I think I do kind of remember being just super confused by the story and just at a certain point not caring. Because that's the kind of gamer I am, where like I need to care, unless it's Peggle, I need to care about the story. Final Fantasy needs to have a good story for me to care about it. Like, just the combat and the RPG elements isn't enough. When I played Final Fantasy X, I remember liking the story a lot, so I don't know actually if I finished that one. I might have just watched my brother finish it. But I don't know, if I replay that story, it's probably stupid. But I liked it. And 7, I think, has a good story. See, I only have 2 minutes left and I haven't even played yet. I'm doing my therapy. Oops. Attack him. Oh, this is the cool new thing. Like Final Fantasy X, you had to go into stupid random battles, but this is like, it's all in the world. I remember that being a big thing. I know other games had done that before. This one. But I remember the first time I played it, I'd be like, what? That's so crazy. Can't believe they did that. This guy's easy. So I played like 2 hours by myself. So did I explain that work thing well? It's a little bit, I always kind of am afraid to talk about that stuff because it's like I am kind of bragging, like my job is great. It's so good. So I imagine like the me from a year ago watching this video and being like, this guy bragging about a stupid job. I hate my job. And then he stops watching. Because he's like, I'm not getting anything from this. But tomorrow I'll talk about my dating apps and stuff and how terrible that is. So you can relate to that if you want. I have to do my therapy though at 4 o'clock in 10 minutes. Ugh. So that's it for today. We beat one guy and that's it. And like the next hour is still like cutscene city. Okay. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we'll see. I feel like I'm not doing good. You're holding back. You're holding back. Don't pull any punches. I don't know. I feel like I'm pulling my punches. Is that the phrase? I don't know why. Blah, come on. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, tomorrow's gonna be good because I'm gonna go to therapy for the next hour, and then after that I'll be all therapied, and I'll be able to talk to you as a therapied person or something. I don't know. See you tomorrow.